gearing up for a tough contest away from home. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Bam Adebayo.
Great story, Allie. Thanks. All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. On the wing, it'll be Hero and Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. And for Boston, Brown and Tatum are the explosive wing pair. Horford and Williams together in the front court. And it's Smart in at the point. And these are two high-flying teams, Grant. Loads of athleticism on the floor. What's it like to play in a game like this?
Oh, B.A., it is the best. It's so much fun. I mean, of course, here we're expecting lots of fast breaks, dunks, just in general, a lot of action. And, of course, the fans love these type of games. I can't wait.
Now here's Smart. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. That'll belong to Kyle Lowry.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Marcus Smart is one of the toughest players in this league, mentally and physically. So willing to sacrifice himself on a play, on both ends.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. Smart's toughness does really stand out on defense, though, Richard.
Yeah, because he gets right up in your jersey. Even though it can put him in harm's way, if he thinks he can trip you up at all, he'll put his body on the line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Miami's ball. Lowry outside. Back to Butler. Takes one from 10 feet. Good. He hits the jumper.
You love to watch Butler go into work inside. He really knows how to find those high percentage looks.
Horford outside. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Outside Tatum. Here's the three. Drops in the three.
What is he doing? You gotta get out to Tatum. He is too good of an outside shooter to be given that much airspace. What?
Now here's Butler. The three is up. Martin with the bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Smart against Lowry. Inside. And Williams punches it home.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Lowry outside. Pass to Martin. Here's Hero. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And RJ, you look at the road the Celtics had to the finals last year. Man, that's as tough as it gets.
BA, when I tell you, going through Durant and then Giannis, and then you saw the way that the Heat pushed them, and then you see the Warriors in the finals as a reward, that is as tough of a road as you will ever find, and I don't see anything phasing this team now, BA.
And that one falls for Hero. And Grant, no team better than Miami at developing undrafted prospects.
I mean, for key roles, too. You look at last year's playoffs. Strus, Martin, Vincent, Robinson. It's allowed Miami to stay on top in a salary cap-driven league.
How about the focus from Brown? Only concerned with making that shot.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Hero finds Butler. Horford with some nice D.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Tatum against Butler. Butler with a steal. Wide open look. They get it back. Martin inside. Williams defending. Hero for three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Williams' shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
No good that time. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. And it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, love how forceful Butler is inside. Not messing around at all. Going right up for the dunk on that one.
Now here's Brown. Shoots over Hero. Brown can't hit. Miami's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Martin, the pass to Lowry. No good from outside. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside, Brown. The shot's good.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Pass to Lowry. Up top, Hero. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Hero outside. Shoots. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Boston calls timeout.
Now, guys, when you think about this Miami Heat team, you hear a lot of talk about their ability to score. But how about the way they play on both ends of the floor?
Once again for Celtics Entertainment.
Boston trailing. Now here's Smart. From 13, Horford. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
And it seems wherever Horford has gone during his career, his teammates really enjoy playing with him. A testament to his leadership.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Horford. You can tell Horford's teammates look up to him. He's an accomplished veteran with a lot of experience and knowledge, Richard.
Yeah, he's just so selfless. The kind of guy who actively tries to make his teammates better. Just a terrific glue guy.
And so he makes both from the line.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Outside Butler. Up top Lowry. Defended by Smart. The ball's knocked loose. Tatum against Butler. 5 to shoot. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Brown can't hit. The Heat have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Here's Martin. And again, it's Miami converting.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Pass to Brown. And here's Horford. He's guarded by Martin. Outside, Brown. Here's Smart. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Hero against Brown. Hero with it. Give him 8 points now. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Miami. Williams is checked in for Williams. Free throw's good. Adebayo.
And the Boston Celtics are one of the most decorated teams in all of sports. Think about all the rings they've won, as well as the talent that they've had on their roster.
Now here's Tatum. Brown inside. He's guarded by Hero. And it's good for 2. Brown's got 6.
And each year, it seems Brown keeps getting better at shooting the ball, especially from the mid-range.
Such a rich history for the respected Boston franchise.
From the days of Bill Russell to Larry Bird and Kevin McHale in the 80s, and then Pierce, Allen, KG, Rondo winning the ring in 08. The players on this roster understand how important it is to carry on that legacy.
For Miami, they've got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Hero outside. Back to Butler. 14 feet away. Here's Adebayo. And he converts the layup. Adebayo's gotten his second bucket.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
It's Smart on the wing. He's guarded by Lowry. It's Brown on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Another shot, and he lays it in. 11 points in the game.
Brown's coach once told him, you have to want the rebound, and he has certainly stepped up his effort on the glass over the last few years.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Some changes for Boston. Muscala, he's checked in for Horford. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Tatum. And it's White in for Smart. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Love is checked in for Bam Adebayo. Robinson comes in for Martin. Oladipo is checked in for Hero. And Vincent is subbed in for Lowry. Robinson gets the bucket.
A tremendous facilitator out of the wing. Butler finding the uncovered man.
Pass to Williams. Out to the wing. Left side Brogdon. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
To the inside. Here's White. Just 5 on the clock. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
And for people who didn't know about Derek White before last year's playoffs, they sure know about him now. He played big on the biggest stage.
At the line for 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. It's amazing how much energy White brings to the floor, Grant.
You know, B.A., he has a passion for the game. He's tough and he's very intelligent. He makes great decisions. He has all the tangibles you're looking for.
Bam Adebayo is checked in for Miami. And so he hits both. Well, Grant, you look at the Celtics and their defense. Not a surprise. It's at the heart of this team.
No question. I mean, you have 3+ defenders on the perimeter. Their big men can switch on the guards and protect the rim, too. Top to bottom, they can match up well with any team.
Here's Brogdon. After the basket by Miami. Pass to Williams. Left side, Brown. Shoots over Robinson. Brown can't hit.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Butler. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Muscala.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Miami foul. Bam Adebayo. First personal foul.
Well, you have to be impressed with the constant growth we're seeing from Jaylen Brown. He's put in a lot of work to become an all-star player.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And at this point for Brown, do you think he's realized his full potential, Richard?
No, I don't even think so, especially when you look at his work ethic. He puts in so much time that I think he can reach another level. He's still young and eager to learn. If I were to put it in 2K terms, I think he could get up to about a 94, 95 overall.
Here's Vincent. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Good work defensively by White. Here's Brown, and Brown with the stuff.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Now here's Oladipo. And here's Robinson. 6 to shoot. Muscala against Adebayo. Over Muscala. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway. And look, he paid the price.
White can't hit.
And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the ball.
Here's Oladipo.
2 minutes.
The shot won't fall. Good work defensively by Brogdon. Here's Brown. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
I love seeing Brown get it done inside. He's more than just a jump shooter.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
A minute 31 left in the first. Oladipo, shot's good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Brogdon against Oladipo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It goes on Victor Oladipo.
You can tell Brogdon is a savvy shooter, getting it off and getting the foul call.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Brogdon.
And after spending his first 3 seasons with the Bucks, Malcolm Brogdon was part of a sign and trade. Just a great move for his career.
Hauser, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And so Brogdon nails both of them. And after that 2018 sign and trade, Malcolm Brogdon got an expanded role, Grant.
He really did. I mean, Brogdon becoming more of a ball handler, a chance to shine offensively. His numbers as a result have exploded since that deal.
Here's Vincent. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Robinson gets the bucket.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Williams on the wing. Butler covering. Butler against Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score. So
now here's Oladipo. 4-3. And again, Miami with a triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Butler against Williams. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Butler. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Team foul. At the line for the Heat, Jimmy Butler. At the line for one.
That's good from Butler.
The gritty, hard-working mentality of Butler is contagious. He just elevates his teammates to work on becoming better, too.
From 12 feet, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Hero has been on display for Miami. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Boston trailing. Horford and Williams together in the front court. Marcus Smart out there with Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Tatum in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Smart. Chalk up 2 there. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Going all in. That was the 2K drive. well worth a second look.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Outside Strus. Back to Butler. Pass to Martin. Clock at 6. Here's Lowry. Misses off the right iron. Boston shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Strus against Brogdon. Back to Smart. The 3. Basket is good on the assist from Brogdon. Smart's got 7 points.
The all-around game of Brogdon. I mean, he's all for doing what's best for the team. A selfless passer.
Pass to Lowry. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. Some great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Jimmy Butler's focus is all on team success. In fact, his agent said whenever he calls Jimmy to congratulate him on personal accolades, like All-NBA team, for example, Jimmy hangs up in his face before he can finish the sentence. Crying for Butler, there's only one prize that really matters.
Yeah, he's a rare breed, Allie, for sure. Thanks for that.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Hero's checked in. Here's Pritchard. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Ooh, poked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Here's Tatum. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Horford's got 3 assists in the game.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now here's Lowry. Now quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Hero, the pass to Lowry. Kept alive. Love. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Tatum from long range knocks down the long J. And now it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
To the middle. To halt the run. That one falls.
Jimmy
Butler's got 9.
When you draw as much contact as Butler, you have to be able to finish through it. Jimmy mastered that art a long time ago.
Here's Pritchard. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Tatum. Miami grabs the miss. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nice D from Tatum. Boston has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. And Smart with the bucket on the assist by Tatum. He's got 9.
Impressive ball handling from Tatum. Attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Back to Butler. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him. And Boston going the other way now.
Jason Tatum, still so young. His game's still evolving. Over the last couple years, he's been getting to the line more and more, and that's huge.
Here's Horford. And it's Miami with a rebound. Martin outside. Lowry outside. Pass to Hero. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And Jason Tatum saying his free throw attempts increased. What's that tell you, Richard?
Well, it just tells me that he's playing with more intensity, but he's also playing smarter. Jason's using his athleticism to force the issue. Get to the easy points at the line. That's what your thoughts are.
Here's Pritchard, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. And Miami with a change here, too. Victor Oladipo's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Lowry finds Love. Here's Oladipo from deep. And again, the Heat missing.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Horford against Martin. On the wing, Tatum launches it. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Horford's got his 4th assist in this one.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And the 3-point shot, so important, Richard. That's something you added after you came into the league. What was that process like?
Well, look, as the game tilted that direction, it was no secret. You have to put in that time. But what I try and tell people is that it took me 3 years before I was able to even become a consistent 3-point shooter, and another 5 before I became a good one. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're going to see the results.
Those who evolve are those who stay around. And that one falls for Hero. And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's Pritchard. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Right wing. Martin against Horford. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Williams passes to Horford. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Lowry. Fader on the way.
Yes, that was Kevin Love putting in work on the defensive end. One thing about Love, you're not going to fool him.
Hero against Brown. From outside the arc. Hero, no good. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Lowry. from 13. Again, Boston.
And it's clear that Tatum loves the mid-range, excels at recognizing when to shoot from there.
Lowry outside. Pass to Oladipo. To the paint. Horford against Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
At the line for the Heat, Caleb Martin taking 2 shots.
First one falls. Some changes for Boston. Williams comes in for Horford, and it's White in for Pritchard. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Lowry. Hits both from the stripe. The Celtics have gone 8 of 11 in the second quarter. Outside, Williams. Pass to Brown. Back to Williams. Now here's Brown. He's guarded by Oladipo. Tatum with room to shoot. That one rolls around and rims out.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Robinson with it. Hero for 3. And again, the Heat missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's White. Oh, the teardrop falls in. And the Celtics lead by 11.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Martin finds Robinson. Tipped away. Outside Tatum. Here he goes. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Tatum's become very good at finding high percentage shots, driving hard, not just settling for jumpers.
Outside Robinson. Hero outside. Back to Oladipo. The 3. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Boston's got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
Now Robinson. He's got 5. Now here's Adebayo. Here's Oladipo. Goes back up. Adebayo, that's good. Adebayo's got 9 points.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle, always on the interior.
Outside, Williams. On the wing, Tatum. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Tatum's got 19 points.
The mechanics of Tatum's jumpers are so solid and allow him to shoot at will there.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Here they come.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brogdon's checked in. Strus, he's checked in for Miami. Vincent comes in for Hero. Pass to Vincent. Outside Robinson. And here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Here's Strus. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Well, an all-star appearance for Bam Adebayo in 2020. Grant, you think he can get back there?
No doubt. I mean, I think the bigger issue is we've seen his numbers taper off just in the postseason. Can he reverse that and bring his best when it matters most?
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Robinson. And Miami again with the bucket. Boston has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. Pass to White. Williams from long range. No good on the shot. And Miami will go the other way with it. Inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Heat, Caleb Martin. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Williams. Outside, Williams. Now Tatum. Robinson defending. Outside Tatum. Shoots from the line. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Tatum's got 23 points.
You look at Tatum now running the pick and roll. He's calm and his moves are so concise. He's just definitive with everything he does.
Miami, no good that time either. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. Here's Brogdon. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
The offensive IQ Brogdon has is fantastic. A creative scorer in close.
Outside Strus. Back to Vincent. Outside Robinson. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Good. 25 points in the game.
Lots of poise under pressure. Tatum welcomes a challenge.
Here's Vincent. Drives to the hoop. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Vincent.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break up 12. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. Back to the game after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He had 25 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. A solid performance already for him, and he might erupt in the second half if his last game is any indication of what we might see. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Celtics.
They're running some great offense right now, working the ball in good spots, taking what the defense gives them, not forcing up shots. We'll see if they can maintain that discipline in the second half.
Looking at Miami, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, it's never fun. You're playing against the team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
Please give a big round of applause.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Lowry and Hero are the backcourt. Butler out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
And here are the Heat now. After the basket by Boston. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Al Horford.
First team foul. Shooting for Miami, Caleb Martin. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Smart's checked in for Boston. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Boston's gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. To the wing, right side. Pass to Horford. Smart outside. And here's Brown for 3. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Celtics are handing the keys to the 2 J's, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. There have been growing pains, and even some question if the pair could coexist. But Brown said, quote, "The adversity will help us grow. As long as I'm on the same page with him and he's on the same page with me, we're all good." Brian?
Figuring it out, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Smart. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Just 4 to shoot. He's still feeling it. Again, Boston.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Lowry, following the bucket by the Celtics. Smart right side. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Hauser, he's checked in for Brogdon. Brown passes to Williams. Pass to Horford. To the middle. Here's Hauser. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And Miami has possession. The Celtics making their last shot. And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, in a battle of physicality, Adebayo tends to get the best of you. We'll see now if he can complete the and one.
Bam Adebayo, shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw's good. Adebayo.
You have to love the style Bam brings with him to the floor. He's such a spirited player, and you can see his teammates enjoy it as well.
Here's Hauser. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul. Muscala, he's checked in for Williams. Kevin Love's checked in for Miami.
Substitution on the court.
Muscala, the pass to Smart. It's hauled in by the Heat. Outside Butler. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Butler's got 12 points.
When Butler goes for a three, you know he's feeling it. He's generally pretty conservative from the arc.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Boston with the ball. The lead is 15. Here's Smart. Pass to Hauser. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat.
Miami ball.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Hero. Beyond the arc. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Hero. Smart against Lowry. And it's Smart missing. Miami has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And here's Butler outside. Smart grabs a miss. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's Brown. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Getting the hoop and the horn. That's tremendous body control from Brown.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Brown at the line with 1 shot.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
For Miami, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Timeout called, the Heat. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
This timeout gives them a chance to strategize because whatever the game plan they have, it's not working.
Okay, fans, who needs a free t-shirt? Get up on your feet.
Lowry against Smart. Outside Butler. Hero with it. 13 points in the game. Lowry, good.
Smart move going to Lowry, a talented shooter who doesn't hesitate on his shots. Yeah, and Kyle Lowry has always used his stocky build to his advantage. But coming into this season, the Heat said he'd have to address his conditioning.
Here's Hero, and a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Assist from
Butler's got his 5th assist in this one.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Here's Hauser. Smart outside. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Horford. Lets the 3 fly. And the foul called on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here are the Heat. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Hero. Poke loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. And Grant, we saw in last year's playoffs, the hamstring injury hampered Lowry.
It really did. I mean, he plays a physical style, getting in there and taking charges. And as he enters his late 30s, staying in peak condition could help him withstand the rigors of the season.
Now here's Hero. He's got 15. Here's Adebayo, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Adebayo's got 5 points in the quarter.
He does all the dirty work. If Bam has to finish in traffic, take contact, he doesn't think twice about it.
Here's Smart. Boston again missing. Miami has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Adebayo, that's good. Adebayo's got 16 points.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
It's stolen by Love. On the break. And Adebayo, the bucket, on the assist by Love. Adebayo's got 9 points now in the second half. Boston's got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. Lowry against Smart. Pass to Hauser. To the paint. And stolen by Adebayo. Lowry left side. Jacks up a 3. Boston with a rebound. Smart's got 4 rebounds in the game. 3 on 3 to stop the drought. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Team foul.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Heat.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Williams is checked in for Boston. White comes in for Hauser. And Miami with a change here, too. Strus, he's checked in for Hero. And so Smart nails them both. Miami trailing. Lowry outside. That's tipped. It's stolen by Smart. It's Brown on the wing. Butler covering. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. And here's Lowry. Pass to Butler. Back to Lowry. 5 on the clock. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Smart. Victor Oladipo is checked in for Miami. Vincent comes in for Lowry. And Boston calls time here.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
All right, fans, give it up for Celtics Entertainment. Boston, put your hands together. Once again, they are
Pass to Tatum.
Celtics Entertainment.
Here's Pritchard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Williams passes to Muscala. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
They get it again. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. White for 3. Oladipo with the rebound. Miami has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Here's Vincent. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Tatum with a steal. They've got numbers. Now here's White. Tight defense on him. And the basket is good. White's got 6 points.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
To the wing on the left. And the 3 off target. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Pass to Pritchard. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Well, in his first few seasons, Peyton Pritchard really has provided a spark off the bench, Richard.
Well, he's proven to be a knockdown three-point shooter, converting over 40% of his shots from distance in his first 2 seasons. He also continues to impress with his playmaking.
The first free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Good on both. Here's Oladipo. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Vincent. Back to Oladipo. Love against Williams. Right side Love. 6 to shoot. Here's Vincent. Good on the baseline, Jay. Vincent's got his second basket of the game. Boston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Williams. To the middle. And Tatum with the basket on the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Miami shooting about 53% on the third, a very good number. Now Strus. Here's Vincent. No good with the triple. And here are the Celtics. They're on a 10-2 run here. Pritchard, no good. And for the Heat, they're shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. Pass to Vincent. Adebayo with it. Soft touch off the glass. Adebayo's got 11 points in the quarter.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Tatum inside, covered by Strus. They get the rebound. The kick out to White from behind the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. White's got 9 points.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Oladipo outside. Strus against Tatum. Here's Vincent. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Tatum passes to Williams. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
5th personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line, Grant Williams. At the line for 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Boston. Martin, he's checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Oladipo. And Williams drops them both. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Robinson. Back to Vincent. Outside Strus. For 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The open shot, White. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And for the Heat, they're shooting about 47% in the third. Pass to Vincent. 23 seconds left in the third. Robinson can't hit. And here's Boston. They're on a 15-4 run. Brogdon with the bucket.
A legitimate threat beyond the arc. Brogdon's sense for when to shoot from there is outstanding.
Pass to Love. With 1 on the clock. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Not enough for him to get just like an easy layup.
And so it's the Boston Celtics up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Smart and White make up the backcourt. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. And it's Horford in at the center position. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Butler. Shot clock at 6. Martin, the pass to Lowry. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Playing way bigger than his 6-foot height. Lowry scores it inside. He just plays with so much heart.
Pass to Tatum. From downtown, it doesn't go for him, and it's Miami the other way. Here's Martin. The offensive rebound. And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Hauser, he's checked in for White.
One shot.
Boston's shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Knocked loose. Pass to Hauser. It's Smart on the wing. And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Here's Butler. After the basket by Boston. Hero outside. Back to Love. The three is up. Gets the three ball to go.
This demonstrates how confident Kevin Love is. He knows how dangerous he can be off the catch.
Tatum passes to Horford. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Martin.
Foul on Martin.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Sam Hauser. At the line for 2.
And he drops the first. And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Butler. Now Lowry. Martin outside. Hauser grabs the board. But Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that really help the momentum.
And here are the Heat now. The Celtics making their last shot. Lowry outside. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. On the wing, Tatum. Butler covering. Pass to Hauser. Inside. Here's Brown. Again, Boston.
Gotta love the confidence. Brown wasting no time firing away.
The Heat have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Hero outside. Here's Martin. Again, the Heat misses. And for Boston, their shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. Hero against Brown. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Brown can't hit. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Butler. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Well, the great ones make their mark in the playoffs, and Jimmy Butler has certainly done that. Some Herculean performances when the chips were down.
One shot.
And granted, last year's playoffs, Jimmy Butler became the first player since Jordan to author multiple 40-point, 4-steal games in a single series.
Oh, and in 2020, the third player ever to record a 40-point triple-double in the finals. I mean, just legendary stuff.
Now here's Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Kept alive by Boston. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Adebayo passes to Hero, and he jams it home with authority.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
And Boston calls time here.
It's time for some t-shirts. Make some noise, fans.
Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head coach for the Celtics had some instruction for his guys during the break. He loves the pressure deep. He told his guys, quote, "We've got them on their heels. They're making mistakes. Do not let them get comfortable. We'll see if they can maintain their disruptive ways down the stretch." Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Smart. Adebayo with a steal. Outside Butler. Pass to Hero. Outside Butler. Now Adebayo. Back to Butler. Takes a 13-footer. They grab their own miss. And the shot's good.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Now here's Horford. Tatum from long range. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Horford's got 6 assists in the game.
Yeah, the savvy of Horford on display. Just tremendous passing as a big.
Lowry finds Butler. Lowry against Smart. Lowry, the pass to Hero. And again, Miami with a triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Williams. Tatum from long range. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 tonight. And here's Butler outside. And again, Miami with a triple.
And I'll tell you, this thing looked pretty much over heading into the fourth, but give them a lot of credit for fighting their way back.
Horford outside. Pass to Tatum. Brown with it. Launches a 3. Knocks down the triple. Brown's got 15 points in just the second half.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
Here's Lowry. Fires the three. Smart grabs the miss. Smart's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Williams. Knocked away. Lowry with a steal. And here's Butler. That one no good. Horford with some nice D. Smart against Lowry. Smart outside. Martin against Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, nice step back to create some space. Tatum's got 32 points in the game.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Shoots from 12. Another one falls for Boston.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Pass to Hero. Shot to stop the run. Good on the jump shot. Hero's got 25 points.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Tatum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal
Love
foul.
how Tatum commits to his
Second team
shots.
foul.
A foul won't stop him from getting an and.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade.
The Heat making a switch here. Love's checked in. And so Tatum nails both of them. You know, probably the biggest shift for Tatum, his advancement at the defensive end, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. And that's imperative at the small forward position. Think about it. You have guys like LeBron, Kawhi, KD. Now Jason Tatum is in that elite two-way group as well. And you have to put Jimmy Butler in there as well.
Miami has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Smart against Lowry. Pass to Adebayo. Hero for 3. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Hero's got 13 points in this quarter. Smart against Lowry. Now here's Smart. The D's right on him. Brown passes to Tatum. Over Butler. Love grabs the miss.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Lowry, the pass to Adebayo. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Williams. Pass to Tatum. Now here's Horford. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Smart against Lowry. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, it's almost scary watching Adebayo throw it down. Incredible natural power.
Tatum against Butler. Tatum inside, and he lays it up and in. Tatum's got 11 in the second half.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Pass to Lowry. 1:46 left to play in the fourth. Now Love. Shoots over Horford. Rebound Boston. Smart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 6 assists now in the game.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Celtics.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Some changes for Boston. Griffin, he's checked in for Williams. Hauser comes in for Horford, and Pritchard is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. A big group substitution here for Miami. Yurtsevens checked in for Love. Robinson comes in for Jimmy Butler. Strus, he's checked in for Hero. And Vincent is subbed in for Lowry. Now here's Strus. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Here's Pritchard. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to Strus. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's 7. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
At the line for the Heat, Umair Yurtseven. At the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
.23 seconds left in the game. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Strus against Smart. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thank you very much. Jaylen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jaylen.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.